Number 1 Iron Age Booty Daddy.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Iron Age Nights. What's going on, everybody? Oh my God. Oh, that applause. It's too long. I need to one of these days I'll get pissed off enough that like during the stream I'll just edit. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another fantastic Friday. Oh my good Lord. Tonight is going to be a fun night for sure. I'm actually really excited to talk about this project. In fact, the project that we're going to talk about tonight is something that kind of piqued all of our interest the first time we saw it, because we're like, wait a minute, how is this going to work? What's going to happen here? And this is going to be a great conversation. So, for those of you who are new over here, and if you're not new, it's because chat's not sharing the link. Chat, you should share the link. Most YouTubers are just like, yeah, guys, it'd be really great if you would chat. Chat, you know what you're supposed to do. Just do that thing. Freaking chat. Anyway, before we get into all of that, let's jump over and say hello to the chats. Both chats, actually. Let's go over to Rumble real quick. We got Garham. What's going on, man? How are you doing over on Rumble? We got Chatsu. He is lurking tonight. Lurking. Skunk's Workshop. He says, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. The sad part is if I ever type that into a chat anywhere, people can hear that now in their heads. And I don't know if I'm comfortable with how YouTube has changed me.
Has it really changed you though?
No, it's really only changed me like in the intros of videos and live streams. Outside of that, it really hasn't, because it's like, okay, you got to get to the point, right? You got to get to it. You know, hi everybody, hey, a spectacle, and then after that, I'm just like, all right, I don't fucking care. I'm gonna just be me now. Like, but it's YouTube. You got to do. I don't know. Oh God, that's how it works. Over on YouTube, I got a notification here that kept blowing up my ears earlier, so I had to turn off the plugin that I had. Apparently, Whimsyland just became a crazy connoisseur on the YouTube channel, so he is now a member of the YouTube channel, which means he can go back and he can watch all the past Sunday Coffees and the past Comic Shop Wednesdays. So that is absolutely fantastic. But if you guys want to see past Iron Age Nights, the one thing that you guys have to do is you guys have to go over to the alternate channel that I have, because Iron Age Nights will never be behind a paywall. And in order to do that, and YouTube's algorithms and all that stuff, I've got to put those on another channel. I don't know why, but you do. You didn't used to have to, but now you have to, and it's mega gay. It's really gay.
Keep making my case for Roku. Just keep talking about YouTube. You make my case for Roku.
Absolutely.
I'm getting there. Don't get to the finish before you get started, good sir. At least that's what my wife tells me. Anyway, Maji Chan, hello. How are you? Frederick Greenmont, what's going on, man? Madness, you're double dipping. See how you are. You're on the show and in the chat. How dare you?
That was before the show started.
Oh, okay. That's true. Herman P. Hunter, the Lord Forge. No, I'm not going to.
Hello, Hedge.
Horizon Talker. I wish my wife could have said she want lambs. Like, I'd already bought lambs. Like, I want to actually. Never mind. Like, I tell you guys I don't want stuff, and you make me like have to buy it, and then I'm like, oh, I'd really like this stuff, and then you guys like actively do everything you can to make me. I don't understand the internet sometimes. Garham, what's going on? He is double dipping. He is in the Rumble chat and the YouTube chat. Oxen W, how you doing, man? Timo Burnham. Timo. Damn it. I said it right for a few weeks. I can't say. I hear Timon in my head, like from Timon Lapoon. Like it's Timo. It's not. It's Resonant One. What's going on, man? It's awesome to see you down there. 10K. How you doing? Everly Music. He goes, let's go fucking. Okay, so Pops, real quick. Yeah, Everly Music wanted to type in like, LGF into the chat, or LFG into the chat one night, and he was like, hey, let's fucking go. Well, he fucked it up and he did LGF. And so I read it on a live stream one night. Let's go fucking. And I was like, you know what? That's way better. That's way better than let's fucking go.
I am not going to argue.
so yeah. Resonant One. I got to read this one. I already said hello to him, but this is great. He says, the thumbnail makes DPR. Looks like he's saying, quiet, I'm drinking. Royce says, most important beer ever. I fucking hate how you spelled that too. You made me sound like a California white girl. Richard says, yeah. Richard says, what am I doing here? And our guest looks like he's from a John Carpenter film.
I am friends with people who have actually acted in John Carpenter films.
Oh, that's
nice.
Cool. Okay, we'll get into all that.
I'll own that one. I'll
there
take
you go. Tim Allen, what's going on, man? It's good to see you down there. Oh, good Lord. Redoubt Productions, how you doing? Periapsis Press, what's going on? It's awesome to see you. Whimsyland.
Over there, bro.
Always is.
What's going on?
And you will hear from my dogs for the next 3 months.
You used to do that until I moved into this room into my house. And yeah, my dogs. Yeah. Trippy Saw, what's going on, man? It's good to see you down there. Okay, I think I have caught up with everybody who is here tonight so far, or at least in the chat. And if you are lurking right now, if you're lurking in the just hanging out, you're not chatting, just do me a favor, go to the chat real quick and just type in L for lurking. Just do that. Just because I want to see everybody that's here. I want to say hello to everybody. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, it is time to introduce my fantastic co-hosts. And the man who is not only releasing a magazine to highlight some fantastic indie authors, he got some indie musicians together, and they are actually starting to promote the EP that these indie musicians are going to put out. First Strike?
Yes.
Yeah. And so the man who does way too many fucking things and makes me realize, wow, I am... Dude, I am so far behind everybody. I'm just like, I do YouTube, and people are like, yeah, we're building industry. And I'm like, fuck. So, Richard, how does it feel to just be like building an entire independent industry media company? Like, how are you doing?
Well, let's see how the pre-orders go, right?
Motherfuckers is like, it's really hard to be popular.
It's there are a lot of things going on. This week was a little bit crazy. I did get the pre-orders launched over on anvilmagazine.com. Everything is available through the subscriptions, but also now there are specific pre-order packs, and if you are a subscriber, you'll get I'm having a little bit of trouble getting the shipping to behave properly, but I will get shipping figured out for you if you're a subscriber and whatnot. That is the one sticking point. But
don't use USPS.
Oh, I'm gonna have to. It's
Damn
like
it.
I mean, unless people want to pay like $25 domestic shipping for very small things,
so
it's
much. I hate
insane
so
how
much that-
expensive FedEx and UPS
Well,
is.
Yeah, I know. You can either pay to actually get your product, or you can pay to potentially lose it or possibly receive it damaged.
They seem to have done pretty good with the media mail.
Okay,
So we're sticking with that.
Okay.
Even if we're skirting the edge of some rules there. But anyway, the big thing I want to say is that today the first lead single from First Strike dropped, and that is Power by Evely Music, who is in the chat right now and didn't realize we were going to be putting it up today. I was going to do it Monday, but then I was like, well, the Fund My Comic and Indiegogo campaigns are launching on Monday, which is kind of like a lot of things to be promoting at the same time. So we're bumping that up to today. So, and if you guys have not listened to that yet, you got to go take a few minutes and give that a listen, because it's some awesome power metal.
What's really, really cool about, me and this being my channel and all that, we'll just play it later. So you guys
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
fuck it. We'll do it live.
Well,
yeah,
exactly.
We'll
do it live.
That's what we do.
We'll do.
It's funny because I'm sitting here and I run so many shows that I keep wanting to highlight the comments. I keep clicking on people's comments, man.
Man, we've got, that's something that I don't do a lot on the channel. If there's just a really good banger down there, I'll bring it up. But for the most part, I don't highlight a lot of the comments because I felt that early on when we started the show, it was distracting from the conversation and whatnot. And I also have no clue what the fuck I'm doing either. So I told people, like, this is what I'm going to do. Like, if you get your super chats in before I introduce the guest, I'll read them. Once we get to the guest, we're going to go, like, I'm not even going to try to look at super chats unless it's like really, really like relevant to what we're talking about for like 90 minutes, for like that hour and a half mark. And then we'll do super chats after that. And then, cause I asked people, I'm like, guys, I put up a poll. I remember, cause this was a big conversation with us and like trying to figure out how this all works. And we had like our guests were like, no, you can poll. And so I made a community poll, and it broke down. It was the most voted poll that I had, and it broke down 50-50. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me right now? And so I literally just was like, all right, I'm just gonna just wing it from now on then, because
I think you build your channel on interaction, and then you get to the point where, like I've never bothered with monetization for the network because we have too many different shows, and all it takes is one person to screw it up for everybody. So, I'm just not making it that way. That's why part of why we're taking all of our shows to Roku, is so that they can be monetized immediately with no thresholds, no follower threshold, no watch hour threshold, just monetized.
Which is how YouTube used to be. Okay. All right. We're going to get to that. Oh, I want to get to it. I like this man's. I got two first questions for him.
Answers, bro. I do.
I usually have one first question, but I have two first questions. But before we go to there, ladies and gentlemen, you got a story in your head. You abuse the story. It's in a closet. Daniel Riley, he goes and saves the story. Ladies and gentlemen, Daniel P. Riley from whimsyland.org, the guy who's going to help you get your story out on the page, offers coaching and editing services. So, and he's doing very well lately. He literally, every book that is released in this space, he has pretty much worked on at this point.
No, not every book, but a lot.
Like in some, you have either coached or edited.
Or at least spoken to the author about stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, oh yeah, no, they sent me their first draft. I gave them a couple of notes on it. I didn't I'm like fucking everything. You're just like, I was like,
I got called the Godfather again.
You're gonna be like the guy. I made the joke on Comic Shop Wednesday. Be like, no, I got a guy, and it's like, is it Daniel Riley? Oh, yeah, everybody knows him. You're gonna be like the guy, but not like the super. No, you're gonna be like no. Like if you don't go to Daniel Riley, like what are you doing? Like why are you not going there? So
that's
Daniel,
the idea.
How has your week been?
Very good, very good. I am cruising along. A lot of stuff, and this weekend, instead of doing what I usually do, taking time off to just decompress, I am going to be working on that campaign info for the GCI comic because we are steps away from the finish line, man.
Attaboy. Yeah, you're gonna have it done and ready to send off to print before you even launch the campaign, right?
Whole thing's gonna be done. Special edition and the standard print on demand black and white will be complete before it might be complete right about when the campaign starts. So I'll be doing the final back end stuff when the campaign rolls.
That's awesome. So no. So remember how I said I'd only highlight them if they were a banger?
I do get around.
A lot. Like, it's like holy crap. It's like, hey, this person wanted to be on the show. Do you know him? Daniel's like, yeah, I worked on their book. I'm like, fuck, you work on everybody's book. If it's a book, Daniel's worked on it. If it is a book, Daniel has touched it. Daniel touches books.
And quite a few comic books these days, too.
Really? I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
No shit.
Yeah.
Wow, you do get around. I mean, I guess it's not.
He's not picky.
No. Oh, damn it, the stupid cough won't leave. It's been 3 weeks. I've had this stupid cough. All right. And before we get over to Pops, I got a couple of chats over here. All right. Richard, do you need a custom alternate, a drink with crazy cover for the EP? No, he does not. That's not.
Why, yes, Hedge. Yes, he does.
Had I been on this album like I was supposed to be when it started, and I just didn't have the time. Not only that, my guitar chops are not where they used to be.
Should do one of those spinning record gifs and just put Royce's head in the middle so it rotates around and around and around and around.
Kiko Mon for $2 says, show me, show you, Kiko Mon. And then the Ultimate Kahuna for $2 says, before you skip, don't be gay. Hi, Rich, Dan, Pop. What the fuck? I don't know.
Okay, Kahuna.
I just don't even, yeah, they're just like, yeah, no, fuck Royce. It's,
We did not tell people to touch the butt, though.
We did not tell
Somebody
people to touch the butt.
I saw it in the chat already.
Oh, good.
Somebody said, okay, awesome. Yeah,
chat touching the butt.
Dude, I'm used to reading the chat and highlighting comments.
It's weird to be on.
I'm gonna try not to focus on that and pay attention to.
Dude, no, you're good. I do the same thing though. Like John A. Douglas will have me over on his channel, and like John will tell me sometimes he's just like, no, dude. He goes, when I'm sitting there trying to catch up with the chat and like pick stuff out, he goes, I kind of prefer like having you there because you'll just take over. Fuck, I don't mean to. I feel like kind of an a-hole, but yeah, it's so hard when you're used to being in the driver's seat on your own channel to go over to somebody else's channel. Oh, it's rough. It's very rough. But ladies and gentlemen, my little catchphrase here on the channel, ladies and gentlemen, be like Nemo. What the fuck, Nemo? Yes, be like Nemo. Touch the butt, ladies and gentlemen. The butt, the like button. Touch that. Be like Nemo, ladies and gentlemen, because YouTube likes it when you touch the butt, the button, the like button, that one. So yeah, go do that thing. That's the first time I've gotten a laugh out of that joke in a hot minute, man. I appreciate you. So Pops, how have you been, man? How's your last week been?
Well, we're in a rebuilding phase. We need a certain amount of money to build this thing. The major part of the cost is the server to hold all the content.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? When we were trying to get funded with the server cost, that extra $1,800 is exactly what we fell short.
Oh.
Okay, so what we decided to do is we already have an existing server that we can start this thing up just going forward with no previous content. You see what I'm saying? Like we started your show fresh on the day we launched the channel. Everything you do going forward would be there for people to watch.
Right.
We were trying to make it so that people could upload previous content like so people could binge watch your stuff, right?
Right.
That's going to take a lot of server space that we still don't have the money for. So we decided to relaunch it without those tiers of uploading previous content. That's the only thing that's going to be different. That, and we get to lower the goal for, $1,800. So, but what we're going to do is re-add those tiers as a stretch goal at $5,000. So we're basically doing the same thing. We're just going to need just a lower goal.
Right.
Okay. So we're doing the same thing.
So I have 2 questions.
Okay.
The first one is, are you related to Leonard Skinner?
No.
Damn it.
This is 2 different nicknames that we kind of smashed together when I first started doing this.
Damn it. I was hoping it was your last name.
But it is related to.
Okay. So for those who don't, what was Donnie, Ronnie, and Johnny?
Yeah, Ronnie, and Johnny. Yeah.
And it was Ronnie that died from Skinner? Yeah, it was Ronnie that died from Skinner. Yeah. And that's when you got the break off of like 38 Special, and then the Skinner kind of came back and wasn't really Skinnered anymore because the 3 brothers.
Collins band. No, but hey.
Oh yeah, that's
his brother.
Before we go down that road, I could totally go down that road with you.
Hold up though, his brother. Now I've stood on stage next to his dad, watching his brother sing his songs at a recent Leonard Skinner concert. Not really recent, but after Ronnie died. Okay.
Yeah.
His brother, when he takes his shoes off, puts the hat on, and goes out there, he's channeling Ronnie, dude.
Dude, Ronnie, and that's what a lot of people don't realize, man. It's just it's not Skinnered without. I mean, I'm not saying that they can't be. It's just.
Oh, dude, but his brother does such a great job.
Well, but and that's why they keep it. Yeah. So all right.
Those are no shoes to fill because he didn't wear any on stage.
Right.
First off, okay.
Right.
So you don't even get an opportunity to try to fill those shoes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, I mean, it's his brother, Yeah, but that was a big thing. All right. So before we go down that, God, I love that you knew that because because younger guys like me are Leonard Hoot. I'm like, oh fuck, never mind. Anyway. So the second question is, before we get to, so you're starting a Roku channel. For those that don't know what that is, we'll get to that. Because I know what that is, because I have multiple Roku TVs. You can buy the little Roku sticks that you can plug into the back of your TV. We'll talk about what exactly you're doing. But let's get into the why and where your fandom begins. So, and we kind of touched base on that. I didn't mean to, but we did in the backstage. I try to avoid those topics before, but because then I can react naturally on stream. But guys, I'm gonna fake my original reaction for you right now. So just so everybody knows, because we kind of talked about this before the show.
But
so
you got the Reader's Digest condensed version.
Right.
That was me trying to spit out a few sentences before the show started. There is so much more to how this became what it is and everything. So.
Yeah, let's get into it.
Then let's get into it, man. So I don't have to fake all of it for the show. I am nothing if not honest with my audience.
Okay, so this began with me getting kicked out of a Facebook group.
Okay.
That's how it began.
Okay.
I started promoting people's projects. And I was in a few pretty big comic book groups, and I started sharing people's Kickstarter links and stuff like that. And I started getting kicked out of groups because you can't do that here. Okay. Well, there was one that I was like a major contributor to. Like half of the stuff posted in the group came out of me or our people, right?
Right.
And one day I woke up and I wasn't in the group anymore. And I was like, what the fuck did I do? Right. So I got really pissed. I spent like 3 days without going on Facebook at all. No social media whatsoever.
Right.
Pissed off. I'm done with all of it. And then I was like, you know what? Screw that. I'm going to make my own group. So I made a group called Comics Only. And that name lasted about 3 days, and we changed it to Comic Related Madness because I was involved with people who were doing a lot more than just comics, and a lot of it was stuff that was related to comics.
Right.
Okay, so we changed the name to Comic Related Madness, and we started. It was basically just a, hey, look what I got group. Everybody come out and show off their stuff. Look what I got when I came home from the store. Look what I got in the mail. Whatever, you know. But it was mostly indie related, you know. We were right at that point in 2015 where it was like, oh my God, I just can't do this anymore, and my pull list disappeared. And blah blah blah. We don't even need to go into that because you guys know what I'm talking about. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
I'm not a hater. I'm not going to sit here and gripe and groan. I found other comics that I like, and I started promoting and buying them instead. Very simple.
What a concept. What a novel concept.
Wish we would have thought of it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, so then we had the Summer of Hell.
Oh, God, yeah.
Okay, I'm friends with some, you know, some pretty big people in comics, you know, Brian Polito and Mike Barron, people that I was friends with before I even started doing anything really on the promotion scale, okay? Right. I was a fan of Brian Polito. It was the first Kickstarter I ever backed, and we got the book, and it was damaged.
Whoa.
And my son was like, Dad, the book's got like these corner things. And I was like, man, Brian seems like cool dude. Just send him an email and show him picture, right? Within a week, we had books replaced. No big deal, right? Brian was like right on top of it. He hooked us up, got us, you know, and because one of them was actually even a numbered book, I was like, I got a hold of Brian. I was like, hey, man, do you want me to destroy this other one? And he's like, no, Pops, I know you ain't going to try and sell it. Go ahead, you know, whatever, right? So, you know, I have 2 copies. I got one to read and one that I never had to touch, you know, so it was like, cool, right? But
is there a market for like the damaged books that come in that people send back?
I don't think you're supposed to. You know, I mean,
I would buy them in a discount. I got 4 kids to feed, man, and I got comics I want to read, so I need to find a discount somewhere.
If they replace it for you, then you should probably ask them what they want you to do.
No. I'm saying, like, if you send it back and then they send you a new book, can the creator like do a discount thing? Or
probably.
For
yeah,
like
absolutely.
Me who don't care.
No, I know Rini was doing that when the printers messed up all them books, all them fiendish books. She sent those out at a discount.
Yep.
I actually somebody just told me to check her out.
Rini's
the
queen, bro, the queen.
Look, whoa! You careful throwing that around because we've got R.H. Snow over here. We call her the Iron Age Queen over here.
Well, that's okay. You can have an Iron Age Queen. Rini is really, really good.
Yeah, there you go.
She's like amazing. Her story's good. Her art is amazing. Look, I mean, you know, I got to call it like I see it. I don't care who somebody is. Their stuff good. Yeah, you know, I'm gonna tell you that's good stuff. You know, but it's still my opinion. Okay, I'm not an influencer. I just want everybody to get that right off the top. I don't do reviews. I hype campaigns. I want people to do well. I want everybody to get funded. I want the fans who want that book to get it in their hands. Okay, so I'm out here trying to share that link out, get you guys seen, get you on our shows, get you seen in our audience, and help you promote your books. That's what the Madness Network is all about. Okay, that's what it began with. But it began with Seattle going down in 2020. When Emerald City went down, I got on right away. I got on Facebook with Brian, and I was like, Brian, what are you going to do? And Brian's wife, Francesca, was on top of it, and she stopped that shipment that was going to Seattle before it got put in the building, so it didn't get quarantined, and she had it all sent back to Phoenix. And they had a big old Emerald City sale online the next weekend, right? Okay, well, Brian has this huge following, and he could get away with that. What about all my smaller creator friends? What are they going to do? The guys that are going, man, they're not even giving me my money back for my table. Okay, all my friends were taking hits down the line. And I was like, okay, look, what can I do? I got this shinky little Facebook group of 400 people at the time. Okay. And we started doing CromCon. where I would invite everybody to come out for a half hour, all day Saturday, all day Sunday. We do 50, 60 creators. We'd have a panel at the end of the day.
Jeez.
You know, as a matter of fact, Brian Polito was the first panel. He did the first closing panel at CromCon in the first CromCon.
That's insane.
He has come
24
back
hours of
every
live
year.
streaming over a weekend, dude. That is nuts.
Yeah, it is. It is. The first time I did it Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Oh,
I was kicked, bro.
oh.
I was kicked, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm not doing 3 days anymore." But it still turned into a whole weekend thing because I do a Friday kickoff show.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'd go all day Saturday, all day Sunday, and then of course I have a regular show, weekly show, Monday Madness, which would come right on the heels, and then I had the Tuesday Morning Brew, which I had to give away because by then I was wiped out.
Dude,
it's like,
yeah.
Lori, will you at least take the Tuesday show from me so that you know what I mean?
You get some sleep.
Dude, it was crazy. But I mean, I got shows on the weekend. We got open draw stream. We got a show called the Show Offs where we come out and we'll highlight somebody like Thor, and we'll go through our boxes and just pull them all out one at a time and look at them. And people have questions, we'll open them up and look and see who the artist was if they want to know, whatever. You know, it's just a fun show. And I mean, we try to make them all fun. Okay. Doc's Coffee Shop is probably the most controversial show on our schedule. Mm-hmm. And it's just because Doc's one of them people that we need Roku for. He texts you 3 times during the show every week going, I better not say that. And I don't want my people to feel like they can't say what's on their mind.
That I say what's on my mind, but I have to figure out how to say it.
You see what I'm saying? I don't want my people to have to censor themselves. Man, let's just go to Roku so you guys can be who you want to be. And if you play the show on YouTube and they don't like it, well, screw them. You know?
I do like the idea of the Roku channel. So let's get into that. So, because there's people out there, they don't know what that is. I've tried. There are some people that we have watching from other countries. Mm-hmm. And I say Roku, and it's this foreign thing to them. They don't know what it is. And it essentially, I mean, Roku is just a smart TV or a smart TV device that you can. Either you can just buy a TV that just has the software in it, and you go and you just download the channels that you like to watch, or you download the apps that you like to watch on the TV. But the Roku channel, specifically the Roku channel, has a bunch of, just like traditional television. You scroll down and I'll watch this show on this network. And
after another. Yep.
And so what made you go, we need to be on Roku? Because when I heard the Roku thing, I was like, okay, I like the idea, especially kind of getting away from YouTube, especially a lot of people getting away from buying all of the streaming packages, right? Like we got Tubi now. We're getting rid of all the streaming stuff because it's like, fuck this. It's going to cost us $400. We never even paid for cable. The whole point we had, and so because the first thing I was thinking of, okay, so what does the market look like, and how do you get this fandom, this group of people that are all in our sphere? I mean, all of us are kind of in the same space. How do you get all of us to go to that Roku channel or to even know what it is? Like, how did that pop into your head?
Well, I got a friend, Max DeVille, who has developed 6 or 7 different Roku networks already, Roku channels. Are you familiar with Hart Fisher?
I am not.
Hart Fisher is the guy who did the Jeffrey Dahmer comics, the guy who got blacklisted 30 years ago for going on some questionable TV talk shows like Sally Jesse, and the people, the victims of Dahmer's, the family members of Dahmer's victims were going on the talk shows and attacking Hart because he was exploiting blah, 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 blah. But these same people were selling the items owned by their brothers or sisters or what. You see what I'm saying? It was like So he blew the lid off that and was seriously blacklisted on TV. Couldn't get talk shows, anything, right?
I remember hearing about that. I'm not going to say I'm an expert. I heard about it, as in once or twice heard about it. Like,
Okay, so
my wife being a typical white woman, well, she's a little less typical, but my wife being a white woman, let's throw that there. She loves watching serial killer documentaries. Oh, Pops, you got muted.
No, I didn't. I just didn't say it out loud.
Just didn't say it out loud. I don't, dude, white women are weird, man. They just...
I don't get it.
I don't know.
I don't get that.
And dude, she'd be sitting there. I'd be like trying to fall asleep in bed, and all of a sudden, and like some dude's talking like, well, and we went into his house and we found the remains of like, and I'm like, what in the fuck are you?
Is she a comic fan?
No, my wife, no, she's not. She's not. She is getting more and more into the stuff now. Like I said, I've always been like the nerd guy that knew. I've been getting her more and more into this world over the years.
Can I recommend something for her to read?
Yes, you will have to private message it to me. Say it on the show, but also message, because I will forget.
It's real simple. It's Ed Gein Demon Hunter by Lucifer Storm.
Ed Gein. Oh God, fuck.
It's good. It's not about him being a serial killer.
No,
it's about him being a demon hunter in the afterlife.
That's. And now my wife, if she's listening, she was listening a minute ago. But okay, so anyway, so we're talking about the Roku channel. That sorry, that was a hell of a tangent.
But that's what I do. I promote people, so
I love it. No, I love it. I just. Before we tangent, because I'm down to tangent, and I will tangent at any time. And these two motherfuckers are like, Royce, you need to stop tangenting. But anyway, and I'm down to no, that's why I have them here, because they're like, okay,
there's a silent timer for how long he can go off.
And I watch, I literally, they'll just start shifting, and I'm like, okay, I need to stop. But anyway, so getting back to the Roku channel. That's not even a fucking lie either. I literally watch your guys' faces and figure out exactly how far I can go. But anyway, but for the Roku channel, so you're talking with your friend that's developed like six of the channels. Okay, so
the reason we brought up Hart is because two of the channels are Hart Fisher's channel. One of them is the American Horrors channel. And the other one is American Horrors Classics. And Max built both of these. Max also built the ancient Roku Grindhouse channel.
Oh,
okay. But that was the most successful Roku channel going at the time, but he got into some people tried to steal his stuff and he ended up just shutting it down. Okay. But and I asked him, okay, so how are we going to stop that from happening now? And he said, okay, well, this is what me and Hart are doing. And, so he's fixed that problem, okay, with going forward. Now, you'll notice that some Roku channels are back-to-back shows, one show after another, basic TV channel.
Yeah.
Okay. What we're building is like a Netflix-style view-on-demand network.
So it's going to be like your own app inside of Roku.
We will have a playlist of shows, just like if you look at my YouTube channel, the Madness Comic Network, you will see we have like 40 different playlists. Those are all different shows. Okay, all kinds of different people. We have Chuck Dixon's shows, Ask Chuck Dixon and What You're Reading. We replay those. We have Mike Barron's Baron Earl show. We replay that. Brian Kriskow's Horror Movie Club. We do that live. We have a bunch of shows that we do on the network weekly, okay? Mm-hmm. The whole thing with YouTube was it was a beta test. Can I get enough people to provide content on a weekly basis to make this worthwhile, to make this something we could actually try to do? And so for a year, we've had, people providing weekly content. So it's like, okay, I can't let them people down. That was the premise of bringing them in, was to build a Roku network. So that's what we're trying to do. Mm-hmm. Okay. Now I talked to Max right before the show and I asked him exactly where we are in the development of the preview channel, so I can make sure I can tell you guys specifically what we're trying to do. As soon as the preview channel's up, we're going to put the sign-up page back up. Mm-hmm. Okay, and then we're going to run the campaign again, like I said, at a lower goal and not try to pay for that huge server right away. And if we will make that a stretch goal, if we get to that where we can add that server space, then we'll also add those tiers where people can upgrade and upload content. Okay, so basically the campaign isn't changing at all. We still need $5,000 to do it the way we really want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And we can get it up there and running.
$5,000 for something like this is really not a lot.
It's not. I wish I could just find an investor or partner and just do it. If I had the money myself, if I could sell all these comics,
you can, but you might regret
I'd do it. I would just do it if I could afford to do it.
Right.
But I can't. So crowdfunding it is. Basically when the crowdfunding campaign came about, we had a whole bunch of people that were donating stuff to the campaign for, if you weren't a showrunner or you didn't want to buy ad space, which is also something we offer on the network. Okay. If you weren't one of those guys and you were just a fan that believed in what we were wanting to do, we had original art and comics and PDFs and all kinds of stuff up there too, just so you could just help us. And we give you something in return. Right.
And I mean, that's the other side of it too. So you talk about the content creator side of it, but the other side of it is like, hey, if you want to, put your show on, like it's a complete hypothetical here, right? Mm-hmm. I call you up, I say, hey, Pops, what do you say we take the 8 to 11 time slot, on Fridays or whatever, or let you guys, we do Iron Age nights over on the Roku, right? We bring people over, and then
stop you right there. Hold on, because you're misinterpreting what it's going to be. It's not going to be a back-to-back channel. It's going to be a view on demand. You're going to send me your stuff, and we're going to upload it whenever you want. If you want it uploaded at 7:00 on Friday night, that's when we'll upload it. You can tell everybody, here's our show, debuting over there on Roku. You see what I'm saying?
No,
it's
okay.
On demand.
So, and then on top of that, so you get the view on demand thing, right? So you get the view on demand thing, and then on top of that, you make some phone calls to some friends of yours, maybe, hey, Baron, Iron Age Nights is doing, their VOD's coming out at noon on Saturdays, or pick a good time slot. Mm-hmm. And Baron, I know you got this this comic. What do you say that you run an ad, and it's just your comic trailer? It's just everybody's got a fucking comic trailer now, and now
this is the whole thing. We're offering that kind of ad space.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? What we're going to do is we're going to build an ad library as well. And then, let's hypothetically say you brought one of your shows to the Roku, okay? You would get to decide when and if ads play. Now, Roku is going to obviously play the 2 mandatory ones at the beginning of your show.
Right.
You're going to get half of the ad revenue for that, and the network will get half of the ad revenue for that.
Right.
Okay. So the Roku ad revenue is just a 50-50 split. You get the money for one, we get the money for the other. Plain and simple. I'm trying to keep this as simple as possible.
No,
okay?
and
now when it comes to ads, you don't have to have any ads run during your show or at the end of your show. Or you could say, damn, Mike Barron's ads in the ad library. I'm going to play that one 30 minutes into my show, or I'm going to play that at the end of my show. Or you can pick 10 freaking ads and play them during your show. We're going to build an ad library so you guys can help promote the people you love.
See,
that's awesome.
That
is
like.
Awesome.
That's the one that I like, because
that's fantastic.
That's great.
No, it's amazing
because it's a way
somebody else hasn't already done this.
It's kind of, it's surprising. There are people who are on the precipice of thinking about this, like with YouTube, but you going, fuck the YouTube shit. We're taking it to another platform in and of itself. You're going, hey, you guys missed the live stream on Friday or whatever, or Saturday, or whoever's show it is. Not even ours. I just use ours as a nice stand-in. And it's like, you guys are going to go, you're going to catch the VOD over on the Roku channel. And, and not only that, but now as a way to help promote a bunch of other people, only the ads that the Iron Age Nights guys approve on their channel, you're going to see. So it's like, hey, it's going to be like, well, Eric July, he wanted to spend a little bit of money for an ad. Bam, you're going to get an Eric July ad. Bam, you're going to get a Pops ad, right? Now Pop says, "Hey, come over to my channel and watch," and so you can kind of do like the spread the love thing, but with the community. That's fucking killer, dude.
Yeah.
I'm
dude. Do we got questions happening in the chat? Because I don't want the fans to not know what's up either, right?
No, you're good. I'm saving everything, and I save everything, and I make sure that I get to it. Believe it or not, Richard and I watch the chat quite a bit, and we. So what I like to do.
I don't. I drink.
Yeah, he drinks.
I'm trying to drink too.
So, no, usually what I do is we take the conversation or actually, honestly, however far you can go with the conversation, and not just about the Roku stuff, but about about your life, about getting to know you. Because the whole point of this show is, because what have we heard for years, right? All these people that took over the franchises that we love, they fucking hate us, right? They hate us. Okay. I want people to know if they're going to give money to you for your crowdfunder, for your Roku channel, to get that server. I want them to know you. I want them to know who Pops is, because they need to know that they're going to be giving money to a guy that doesn't hate them. That's the whole point of this show. It's not, my job isn't to sell your Roku channel. That's your job.
Right.
My job is to sell you. So tell me about you. That's what I tell everybody. I like, dude, your Roku channel sounds really fucking cool. I'm interested. I'm down. That's not my gig to sell it. That's yours, and you're doing a good job. I'm here to sell you to all these people who can get interested and go, well, wait a minute. I could just go over here, watch some ads, but ads from people that they actually, because that's the thing too. We could actually go,
You put your ad in front of an audience that actually cares about that stuff, okay? I don't care if you run a convention.
I'm already interested.
You run a con that goes off in August. You can buy a 6-month ad.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And people on different shows will be playing your ad for your convention for the whole 6 months leading up to it, in front of a fan base that actually cares about comics.
Pre-release books and stuff like that,
Yes. We were making the ads exactly specific to that. 1 month, 3 months, 6 month, full year. That way, if you wanted to run your ad through a 2-month sign-up campaign, and then through your campaign, you buy a 3-month ad, we're running that ad through your whole, presentation. Okay, through your sign-up, through everything. Okay, and you can even adjust that ad. Okay, you have it for your sign-up 2 months in, right? And then when you launch for that last month, you can even change it so it doesn't say sign-up, so it says live now or whatever. You know what I mean? You can edit that ad.
But it's all for the stuff that people care about in this space.
Yes. I don't care if you got a store, if you got a comic shop, if you run a convention, whatever it is, these put it in front of the fans that care.
Let
me ask you a question. I'll put it to all three of you. How many comic channels are you subscribed to on YouTube?
Currently, right now, very few.
I'm subscribed to quite a few.
Quite a few.
I mean, I would say probably at least 10, probably more than that.
No, fuck. I don't subscribe to that many channels of the same genre. That's just a me thing. That's like I've got my 3 or 4 barbecue channels that I watch so I can figure out how to. Dude, I built a fucking smoker this summer, and that is mine. I have to say that because it's just. Every live stream I'm on, I will talk about my fucking smoker. But no, I've got like my barbecue channels, I've got like my pop culture channels, I've got my bowling channels, and I only do like 3 or 4 of each subject because, I do have some comic channels, but more indie guys that I kind of tune in and watch here and there.
Daniel, what were you going to say? Daniel, go
ahead. I've told everyone multiple times whenever it comes up, I am not a subscriber because I work with so many people that subscribing to every single one of them's thing would just explode my inbox. So the only comic and creator thing that I'm actually currently subscribed to is literally right above me.
Okay. Now, I'm going to take this a step further. Okay. I'm a promoter. I'm always looking for who's got something new that we haven't talked about yet on our shows. I'm looking for the next guy, the new guy. Look, I love Brian. I love those big guys, but they don't need me. You know, they don't need me, man. You know, they're my friends. I love them, but Mike Barron doesn't need Pops to sell his book. I will do my best to help people know it's out there, but he doesn't need me.
That's true.
There's people who do, and I'd like to find them and promote them. So I am subscribed to like 400 plus different comic related YouTube channels. Can I get all these in one place and make it easy, man? Please. Roku, baby. That's one. Yep.
So,
okay, that's one.
So how do you? So
I love this.
I'm gonna let some of the guys ask some questions because I gotta go. I've had too much liquid tonight. I'll be right back. But
the steel is about to be broken.
I will definitely drop some whys on you. Okay, I mean, because really, that's what it's all about. The reasons behind it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
First off, is I have a lot of friends that have been demonetized or penalized or exploited or whatever you want to say by different social media platforms.
Mm-hmm.
So is Roku pretty good about that? That's something that I hadn't really.
First off, you will never get one of those stupid claims against your audio. You will never get one of those copyright claims from a scammer. Okay? Look, I'll tell you everybody straight up. The FCC and the DMCA are the only people I'm fucking answering to. Okay? Period. Okay? I don't care about scammers' claims. I don't care about, oh, you got to take that down. That guy's mean. I don't care about none of that. If the FCC or the DMCA didn't send me an email and say, Pops, that show got to come down, that show ain't coming down.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Love that.
Well, that's awesome because
I believe in free speech.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Now, does that saying I'm going to allow people to come out and incite hate and violence?
Yeah, I mean, of course you're going to have standards internally, but
I mean, you know,
as far as the network itself, I didn't realize that Roku was
much more relaxed.
You know,
much more relaxed. No, not near the restrictions that YouTube has. You don't have the Google overlords telling you what you can and can't say. I mean, come on, the American Horrors channel is like B horror movies, all kinds of slashed up titties. You know, I mean, it's like. Nobody's taking it down, you know. Nobody's hassling those guys. It's entertainment. It's niche entertainment that people wouldn't watch if they didn't want to.
Mm-hmm. That's correct.
Okay. So with the what is the just from a creator perspective, like what kind of user base? I mean, there's obviously like a huge user base for Roku, right? There's an enormous. Yeah, there's an enormous product user base, but like, you know,
how much comic stuff is there over there?
Well, not only just comic stuff, but I mean, it seems like there's been kind of a move away from the more centralized places, you know, the one-stop shops like Netflix and whatnot over the past couple of years. Is that a fair assessment, or? You know, and is there more opportunity for smaller channels to kind of get some organic growth on Roku? Do you feel like
that's the whole purpose for me? Mm-hmm. Everything I've ever done has been to help people's stuff grow, no matter where they're at. I'm not ever telling anybody don't do YouTube.
Oh yeah,
I'm telling you after your episode's over, download it, send it to us, and we'll put it on Roku. Mm-hmm. And you don't have to wait for monetization or worry about demonetization. Okay. Another of the things that we offered to some of the small creators, I noticed that some of these guys, they're doing this on the free StreamYard, right? Mm-hmm. They don't have any bells and whistles on their show or anything. We offer them part of our studio. They can come put their backgrounds and their little videos and stuff in our studio and use our StreamYard. You guys know what professional StreamYard costs for the year, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't even pay for the pro version. I only pay for the mid version.
You see what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah, the pro version's like north of $500 a year.
Yes. So we're offering that to everybody that joins the network. Now, if it doesn't cost you that much to join the network and we just saved you that much money, isn't that enough of a reason to give Roku a try? We're going to put you up there for a year.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's the other thing. We are funding this for the year, not for a month to see how it works. We're funding it for the whole year, for a full year. Now, if it does well and we can keep paying for the stuff out of the ad revenue that it generates, then it keeps going and it keeps growing. Now, the other thing that we're talking about is stretch goal money, how it's going to be spent once we get past the actual server. Okay, once we get past that 5,000, what do we do with any extra money we get? Marketing.
That was my question.
Marketing.
Good.
I'm not trying to build something to fail.
Ad space on YouTube. I'll run a fucking ad. You send me $20. I'll run an ad for a week and a fucking half on every video and live stream.
Now, this is the other thing. Hold up. Now, the ads that we give you in the library to play at the end of your show or whatever, those are like showrunner's choice ads, right? That's not saying you can't have your own sponsor in show.
Yeah.
Your own ads that you run in your show. I'm not trying to take anything away from you. Okay, if you got some sports drink that wants to sponsor your show and you play that ad exclusively on your show, it's not part of our library, that's your money. I don't care. You see what I'm saying? Those people that put the ad in the ad library will give us $20, $50, whatever, for their ad to run for the year, to be available in the library for a year. You know, it's kind of their job to tell people, oh, hey, man, like I got an ad on your network and you do me a favor, man, and run my show, run my ad on your show. Then you work out those things, but the library will be there for you to see. That. Okay.
That's really fucking
I'm not
cool.
taking away any in-show sponsors that you may already have or that you make some kind of deal with that doesn't have anything to do with me and my network. You see what I'm saying? I'm not trying to take anything away from anybody. I want everybody to grow. The whole purpose of doing this was to help people's networks, channels, whatever they're doing, selling books, whatever, help them grow, help their fan base grow. And the way I see that happening is by bouncing fan bases off each other.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if I'm telling people about your show on my network and you're telling people about my network on your show, both of our shows are going to gain a little.
Yep.
Now we go do that to 2 other people and 3 other, and they're doing it to other people. And before you know it, we have something they can never crush.
Well, and
circle convergence.
The funny thing is that's how YouTube used to work.
Yes.
Yep.
That's how YouTube used to work before they got all their algorithms.
There will be no algorithms. There will be no data stealing or sharing or mining or any of that crap, guys.
And it's a free. It's a free network. You guys are going to have to watch some ads. Mm-hmm. The cool part is outside of the 2 Roku mandatory ads at the front of the show, everything else is going to be relevant to the show that you're watching. So it's not like you're going to get a McDonald's ad in there and you go, look, dude, I haven't had a McDonald's cheeseburger in 5 years. No, it's
unless they pay you to do it.
Well, fucking McDonald's pays me to fucking run an ad.
This is
right?
McDonald's that happens. You want to cut me in? I wouldn't say no to that either, but that would be your deal. You see what I'm saying? Some of these guys have shows way bigger than my network. Chuck Dixon's got 7,000 subs. I got 800.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, some of these guys are bigger than me. It doesn't matter. I'm just trying to help them get seen even more in other places. We also broadcast to 8 different destinations, which was the whole purpose of the paying for the pro, was so that we could play this on YouTube, on Facebook, on Twitter, on Twitch, on LinkedIn, on every platform, right? Our shows go out everywhere. Whoever show it is, like if it's Doc's show, it's going on our channels and his channels. If it's Rich's show, it's going on our channels and his channels. But it goes out in multiple places because my job is to get eyes on what these people do.
That's actually really important. There's a lot of people coming up. They don't know how to do this stuff.
Oh, look, when I started doing this, I met people that had no idea. Okay. And they were like, they'd come out on my show and they were like, you had to drag the answers out of them. They're comfortable online now.
Yeah.
Right. But back in the beginning, man, it was like I was kind of a unique person in what I was doing. That's not to say there weren't other shows promoting people, but I don't think there was anybody going out there every month for 3 years, doing a full weekend show.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't think there was anybody doing anything like what I was doing. And I was having fun. I'm still having fun. It just keeps growing. It keeps evolving. Okay. It went from a Facebook group of 400 people to YouTube. Okay. And I didn't really start pushing this thing on YouTube, this network, until last year when I told everybody, let's see if we can get enough content and enough people involved to do a Roku thing. Okay. So we did this year beta test and it's been a blast. And we've had some shows come and go. Okay. Not everybody was happy with what we were doing or whatever. And you can't make everybody happy, right? I don't go out here and badmouth them after the fact, whatever. We tried, and they're welcome to come back. Okay. If they like what we're doing on the Roku thing, they're all going to be welcome to come back. It's a no-brainer for me. It's an untapped audience. There's not a lot of pop culture comic stuff on Roku. No. I think I saw 2 comic-related shows. They are once-a-week shows.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to drop on there with 40 different shows on the same day. Boom. Look, everybody. We're going to do all the premiere shows of everybody on the same day. That's assuming we don't get the server space. If we get the server space, then we'll be uploading all the previous content that everybody wants uploaded on the tier that they get their, on the tier they back at. Okay. So if we get to the 5,000 goal and we can afford that server to store all that extra content, you'll be able to upload 50, 100, 500 videos that will all drop on day one.
Mm-hmm.
So somebody'd go and they'd hit Drink with Crazy, and it wouldn't be just this show.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be 50 of your previous best shows that you handpicked and put up on here. And they'd be able to go binge watch all of that and keep a track of what you're doing going forward. But they get all your back content too. And that's what we were trying to do, was make sure people could upload previous content as well. But that was what we didn't reach.
Yeah.
We made it all the way up to we could start it, but Kickstarter, we used Kickstarter. You got to meet the goal, and the goal is for the whole banana. We're going to cut that banana into 2/3. We going to relaunch it, Look, the plan is sound. We keep it as simple as possible. We're not trying to steal anybody's content. There's no this has to be exclusive on our Roku. There's none of that. Although there are people whose shows will be exclusive on the Roku channel. Okay. I know one of my shows will be. Doc said his show will be.
Nice.
So there's going to be stuff that people have to go to Roku to see that they've been watching on our network. Okay. Sorry, that's just the way it is. We want to build a Roku network. YouTube has outlived its usefulness. When they can decide one day to take your channel down and not even tell you why, they have outlived their usefulness. Sorry, YouTube. I'm just saying,
I just did a poll in the chat because I want to see here, because I feel this is. I said, how many people have a Roku device, right? And there's the I do's and the I don'ts, and they're actually pretty freaking cheap. You can get them for unbelievable.
I have a Roku TV.
I have 2.
Yeah. Well,
I have one in my living room.
For sure.
I have a couple questions real quick. When is day one?
Well, day one was going to be January 1st if we would have been successful on the first campaign. So we've had to push it back, obviously. We're going to have to redo this. But I thought about this, and I thought about this hard, because what would be another good day? Right? So CromCon 1 was April 2nd through 4th, I think, 2020. So I think April Fool's Day would be fucking great.
I just thought about it, man. You could get indie music channels
Mhm.
Hey guys, we're gonna go over the latest in indie music this week. Check out some new
I want everything.
EPs from some
I
art.
want a
Like,
wrestling channel. Dude, I want a
a
wrestling
pop
show.
culture
I want
like
all
a
of it.
pop culture indie channel. Like,
Yes.
fuck, I really
Yes.
like this.
Yes.
I want somebody to come out and tell us what happened in the world of wrestling this week. I'd love for somebody from each of the crowdfunding campaign or platforms to do a show on new releases on each platform. I love if we could get all these kind of shows to the network, because promotion is really the basis of what I try to do.
Well,
But
and one thing that I think is
I immediately know somebody I need to reach out to about this.
one thing that I think is really powerful about this is the physical device aspect of it, because I have been thinking a lot about what to do within the Iron Age, and kind of like broad, high level thinking about things of
Okay, don't rub it
where
in,
is good
Richard.
energy,
Jesus,
where
dude.
where is a good
I
place to put
drink
the energy
beer. I
into,
can't
right?
give you more than what I
Absolutely.
could.
But but I think that you've found a good spot, because it is widely accessible to people. It's censorship resistant, right? And it's
it has a built-in
it's a more organic. It's to me, it's a much more straight line, understandable, organic value proposition than, say, let's also upload everything to Rumble or BitChute, right?
Mhm.
Because you can have these alternatives, but you're still at the mercy of an algorithm. Now,
Correct.
I seen this though. I noticed that you guys are on Rumble, and I used to be on
yeah,
Rumble. I
Mhm.
have over 1,000 videos on Rumble.
Mhm.
I think the biggest one, the one that got the most attention, was my rap video called "Call Me Freedom." My shows, nothing. I could
Well,
get
and not
no
only that, but how
traction
Rumble
on
does it.
there.
Like, I have almost been thinking of not simulcasting to Rumble, because
I was just using it for like a server to save all my stuff. I was
That's-
just uploading stuff there, because it was.
I thought of
I've
just
got
because
15
we all use it.
terabytes of storage just on this computer. Just on this computer, I have 15 terabytes worth of storage. So I save everything. I have everything that I have done on YouTube for the last 6 years, including other channels, like all of it. But so for me, it's like, oh well, what Royce? Well, what if they nuke your channel and it's gone? I'm like, I fucking start another one and I upload everything.
Mhm.
I just go to Roku and upload it all there.
See, and that's the
That's
other
video
option,
game
too.
logic. Save and save often.
Right?
Yeah.
That's where I learned it.
Yeah, the only reason I joined Rumble was to use it as a place to store stuff in case I got nuked by YouTube.
Mhm.
That's really about all it's good for now. I mean, I know there are people
what
out
I've
there trying
done.
to people are trying to push the Rumble thing. I don't. It's not viable. It's not. There's no viewership over there. And by no, I don't mean one or two. I mean, they're like, because obviously we've got guys over in the Rumble chat right now, but even right now, like the Rumble chat, it's stagnant. The Rumble chat's not moving. The YouTube chat's still moving. People are over here, they're talking, they're chatting. And then over on Rumble, you look at it, and there's a lot of stuff that Rumble doesn't tell you. They say, look how many views you got, and you go, bullshit. Because that's not a view, that's an impression. That's not a view.
Right.
So,
Because somebody looked at the thumbnail doesn't mean they looked at the content behind it.
Exactly.
True.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, and in a lot of ways, I mean, I still think that Rumble will hopefully eventually grow, but their strategy is very, very different than what YouTube was at the beginning. And I really think that at the end of the day, anytime you're having to kind of dance to a jig for somebody else, that you run the risk of like not providing the kind of content that even your viewers really want. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And I think you've seen this over the years with YouTube quite a bit. There's tons and tons of YouTubers who, if you looked back at what they started out doing versus what they do now, after a couple of years, it's not recognizable at all. And you could say, well, people don't want to, like people don't want to just keep doing the same thing forever and ever. But the probability that all these folks want to do exactly the same thing that just happens to be popular and trending at the moment
Yeah.
is very low. So I think this is a good, I think this is a really interesting space, and I'd love to try and figure out some way to provide, some kind of Iron Age something for the channel, as like a show or a weekly something to do a commitment, because I think that, I could already think of it, and there's a couple of people out there who are already producing great weekly stuff. It's just a matter of making sure that it's, ready to rock and roll and everything else.
I would be, I'll say this live because it's my fucking channel. I would very, very seriously consider, and there's a lot of conversation that would have to happen before this, but just as a thing, to help get my audience over there, I would very seriously consider talking with Richard and Daniel about taking all of our past Iron Age nights and, going over there just as a tester. I would, but again, a lot of conversation has to happen before that can be a thing. And the reason that I say that here is they're watching us in the chat. Every one of them sees how fucking interested we are. It's like I'm not gonna even, But again, and it's like, yes, I mean, this is. I
make no commitments, but I am interested enough to make some phone calls on this channel app's behalf. So
and on top of that, kind of reaching out to some other people that I know and be like, hey, just as a test, what if you could get a really, really, really cheap ad play on a small Roku channel? Like, and by cheap, again, we'll talk numbers. What cheap means for a year or for 3 or 4 months or whatever to some other play. Is that viable to you to help out this thing that we're doing, right? Or because there's a lot of guys out there that I know would love to get out there and support like the smaller guys as much as they can. Problem is that's not their brand. Problem is YouTube don't play those games. You're either on your brand or you're not on YouTube. And that's it, right?
Yep.
And there's a lot of guys out there that might go, well, wait a minute here. I could pay a small channel that's promoting all these indie guys to promote my stuff. So that ad revenue is going to get split with the channel. I'm going to get split with, the YouTube, the smaller guys, that like my stuff is. I mean, there's a lot of wins here. And I'm going to be honest. The thing that scares me is like, if it became really popular, there's a lot of wins here and then a lot of fucking problems as it grows.
Yeah.
And most of those problems come in with money and personalities and, a lot of divas,
The main thing is that everybody understands you get half of the ad revenue generated by your show.
Right.
Not half the ad revenue generated by all the shows. Okay. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So as long as everybody understands that, look, we're all still going to be promoting our stuff.
Yes.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna still be telling people come over here, Roku, and look at Monday Madness. It's just promoting our stuff on a different platform. You guys know how to do it. You already do it. Okay. The work involved, okay. We all tried another platform at some point that didn't work. Right? We've already done that. It's not
my shit may or may not still be uploading to Odyssey. I don't actually. And here's the problem. I actually like Odyssey more than I do Rumble. I think Odyssey's got their shit together way more than Rumble, but nobody gives a shit.
But nobody gives a shit. Yes. Now, see, the reason I tapped Roku was because there are millions of people watch Roku. They use Roku. Heart Fisher is already going to be playing our ad, telling people about our network coming to Roku for months before we get there. It's already going to be playing on his channels. Now, I know from what he said that in the last 3 years, the one channel, American Horror Channel, has generated 10 million views.
Wow.
Now, okay, ad revenue is pennies, right?
Yeah.
That's a lot of freaking pennies, guys.
Yeah.
Okay, 10 million views is a lot of freaking pennies, guys. I'm just saying. You know,
It's true.
we can build something big. We really can. And I can't do it myself, obviously. I got 6 or 7 shows I can bring out there, but I need a network. Okay. I want to help everybody grow. That's the whole reason I've been doing this for 4 years, is to help everybody sell books, sell what they're doing, whatever it is that you do. Okay. We have sculptors. We got all kinds of different people in this network. All right. Some great artists. Just unbelievable freaking artists in our network. I can't even say enough about some of the people. We got a guy named Tony Bourne that comes out and draws with an ink pen and draws his comic with an ink pen, dude.
I have got to read this right now from Bat Sauce. He says, I had to look up a YouTube video to figure out how Rumble works because Rumble didn't have any how-tos.
That's really the problem with Rumble, is that the search function and the discoverability is just, I mean, it's really rough. Like I saw some folks in the Rumble chat talking about that we ought to support it, and that it's obviously much more free speech than YouTube. And I agree. I think that there needs to be competition to YouTube, but at the same time,
in order to have that competition, they need some sort of functional infrastructure.
But here's the problem. Here's the problem with Rumble. Let's get into it.
They've courted from the top down rather than bottom up is really the big problem that I have.
YouTube was you out there, YouTube.
The guy.
What did Rumble do? They went out and they immediately started throwing millions of dollars, tens of millions of dollars off of these canceled top creators. So Rumble wasn't YouTube. It was something else. It was
I understand, but I mean, listen, if we're diving into Rumble talk, I'll just say this, that there are certainly strategies that are important, especially whenever you are a publicly traded company, right? Yes. You have obligations to, make what people consider the best investment and try and everything else, right? And increase your stock value as well. But the problem is that the perception of the culture has changed so much that YouTube, I mean probably around 2018, really the small creator YouTube is very dead. You know what I mean? It's primarily, if you go on the homepage, you are just going to see big accounts, unless you are, unless you're subscribed to people, and you won't even get their subscriptions, but maybe you'll get a recommended popular video from them from 6 months ago, right?
Yep.
And these kinds of things. But they prioritize big creators. Rumble came in, and I totally understand that prioritizing some big creators, but that seems to be their only strategy. You know what I mean? Yeah. Their only strategy is buy viewers.
Well, and
that can't go on forever.
Their other strategy was, we're a free speech platform. Well, guess what? To the people who aren't politically initiated, which by the way is like 80% of the population.
Mm-hmm.
So for 80% of the population who's like, what do you mean free speech? I go and I watch people talk all the time on YouTube. What the fuck are you talking about? Here's the problem. And I love what Bat Sauce said, because was it Bat Sauce? Is that the name?
Yep.
Bat Sauce. I love what they said. You had to go and watch a tutorial on Rumble on YouTube. Okay. Mm-hmm. Here's the biggest problem with Rumble. I do not go to Rumble to figure out how to build my smoker. Where did I go? I went to YouTube. I don't go, if there's this innocuous part that I have to change in my fucking Ford that I have sitting out, I don't go to Rumble to figure out how to change a part on my truck. I go to YouTube.
Yeah.
Right? If my kids want to do a science project at the house, I go to YouTube. My wife wants to see cool creepypasta horror makeup for Halloween.
That's what I was going to say.
I can keep going down the fucking list. Rumble has none of this. If you want politics all the time, you can go to Rumble. And there's some people there. Maybe you stumble across somebody, but I mean,
I found one show. I did find one show on Rumble that I had never seen before. MSK, Master Swag King. I found him on Rumble. And I don't know why, because I don't go there looking for anything. But I think he liked or commented on one of my old videos there or something. And it got my attention. I went and looked at, oh, damn, dude does that. Oh, and then I went and followed him on Twitter, went on his show, had him on my show. You know, it's like, this is how this happens. We find people. But Rumble is not where I find most of the people. I'm just saying. It's like,
Sad but true.
On Twitter and Facebook, you know. YouTube is where we all go to talk about them.
Yep.
Okay, but I find most of them on Twitter and Facebook. You know, I don't TikTok. I don't Instagram. I don't, you know, I mean, I go to the places where I've seen actual feedback, where I get actual, you know, integration with the fans, because that's really, fan interaction is a big part of what we do. You know, a lot of the look, how does dude know whether fans really like this book if nobody's out here talking about it or asking them what they think?
True.
You know,
very true.
Review shows are one guy's opinion. You know, when you get out here and you actually interact with the fans about stuff, and hopefully you don't get the trolls, because I'm not out here trying to break people's stuff down. That's one of the reasons there's never been a review show on our network, is because I don't want somebody to come out here and rip up a show that we, or a comic book that we promoted.
Yeah.
You know, look, promotion is sight unseen, guys. We don't know what the finished product's going to look like. We just hope that the fans get something that they like. Okay, if you backed it, obviously you saw something you liked, and we want to make sure it makes it to your hands, so we help them people get funded. You know, it's not about that guy paid me to help him get funded.
I have a very similar mentality.
What's up, Ray? Shit, we got Ray in the chat. I gotta say hi to Ray, dude. Look, Ray come out and he really gave me some great advice. I didn't go to him for advice until very late in the campaign, but he's the reason we're not launching again until the preview channel is up, so people can see exactly what it is we're offering. Okay, because on the previous campaign, we didn't have the actual what the Roku channel was going to look like. Okay, and Ray was like, dude, you got to have something up there, man, that people can see. You know, he's like, even if you got to fake it and make a graphic. And I was like, no, we're going to do it right. We're going to put the preview channel up there, and then we're going to link it right to the damn sign up page. You know, and, you know, thanks, Ray. Love you, bro. I overthink.
Great dude.
Okay. It was his idea was perfect. It was great, but it's still at the same time, it's like, I'm not going to fake that. Now you just put up a graphic of what it's going to look like. We're going to show you the actual preview channel, and then you'll know exactly what it's going to look like, because you're going to be able to go watch 10 of my favorite personal shows that have been on the network. Now, look, out of 2,500 videos, that was a hard to get 10 out of that, guys. Really, it was. But
well,
Matt said we can change it once a week, so we'll be able to like update that as well, so you'll see different stuff every time you go look, right? You know.
Well, RH Snow already down in the chat. She's saying she'd like to make, you know, content for this Roku thing. And like I said, Roku, it is literally just an app store, guys. It's just think about Roku. It is just an app store that's just built into TVs. You can go to Walmart right now, buy Roku TVs.
Yep.
I've got two 55-inch Roku TVs that are in. They've got the YouTube app on it. They've got the, you know, they've got the Tubi app on it.
ESPN, whatever.
ESPN. You've got like the Daily Wire has a fucking Roku app. The fucking Blaze, they've got a Roku app. And now the Comics Madness Network is going to have a Roku app. And then inside that app, you're going to go. There's going to be playlists. There's going to be what's been uploaded today, most popular probably, or whatever, you know.
Trending,
you know, trending. You know, you can go sort, but filter by content. Fucking, you know, like comics.
We'll have it separated by category. Okay, you know, comic shows, draw streams, because we have a few different draw streams. We have some gaming streams. We have a couple of live D&D games that go off in the network. We have a couple of actual video gamers that do stuff in the network. Okay, so it'll be all kinds of different stuff, and it'll be categorized. But one thing that you look at Tubi, you look at YouTube, and you look at all these big ones, right? All these big platforms, and then you go to find the movies, right? And the independent movies are buried. Right? Okay, the indie guys, their stuff is buried underneath all the premiere stuff. Okay, I invite indie people to bring their movie to our Roku network where there won't be competition with the best freaking movies out there every week. Okay, you won't have to worry about that because we're not going to be trying to get the mainstream movies on the network. We want it to be indie. To be indie. So your movies will be welcome. Your episodic shows, like we know the guys
some people who are doing some movies that might be interested.
Good. I love it. Because look, we got some people that do episodic live actions of their comics. A couple of different people that I know of that do this, and I'm trying to get them to bring their content to the network as well, where you can actually watch the live episodes of their comic books. You know, the guys from Still Talking have an animated and live action stuff of their comic books. It's great. I want all this stuff on the network. If you're not familiar with Still Talking, they are a Wednesday night show on our network, and these guys get the best guests, hands down. Okay, we've had everybody, man. We've had Eric Roberts, Tommy Chong, Gina Shock, just look, all kinds of different people. Donnie Most from Happy Days and was on 2 weeks ago. All right, we get the best guests on that show. It's amazing. All right, so we've got great content, guys. We're not going there flat. We're going there with good stuff. We want this Roku thing to take off, and the more content, the more shows, the more playlists, the more movies, whatever that we start there with. Do you guys remember YouTube when it started? The people that jumped in ground floor, where are they at now?
Oh, dude, they're making.
That's all I'm gonna say, guys. We have enough content to splash when we land there.
Well, and because I think you're getting into a point. We're getting to a point where, again, everybody's getting away from them streaming services, and a lot of people are becoming real okay with watching ads on stuff again because they're like, it's $13 or $15 or $20 per app to watch one fucking show. People are like, fuck it, I'll go back to a thing where I watch a couple of ads and I can do it for free.
Yes.
Right? That, that thing that's, I mean, it's kind of funny is, traditional television apparently had the right idea for the last 50 fucking years.
So wait, I have a question about the ads real quick while we're talking about them, which is, so Roku, you're going to be doing indie ads, right? That you guys will be like running independently. Well, and those will be in addition to like the Roku based ads.
They will be showrunner's choice.
Oh, okay. So they would be kind of like mid-roll, but then does Roku just kind of like plop ads on top of things?
Two. They play two at the beginning, and that's it.
Oh, really? Okay, so that's not bad at all.
Yeah.
Okay. Now,
so you're going to get the
two.
two.
You want to support A Drink with Crazy? Then you can go in the ad library, pull his ad out, play it at the 30-minute spot of your show, or at the end of your show, or wherever you tell Max to put it. Is where we're going to put it. Okay?
So
some people are already setting their shows up to have a pause at the 30-minute mark.
Yeah, that's something I was thinking about, is that there's like one thing that I kind of like about one thing that can be a problem with some of these is that they'll drop ads right in the middle of something, and it's real obnoxious.
Yeah,
so that
we're going to do it the way the showrunner wants it done.
Yeah.
Okay? One of the things is I'm a showrunner. YouTube don't make it easy on me.
Fuck
well,
no.
Yeah.
No truer word has ever been said.
I'm trying to make it easy on you guys. I don't want anything to be confusing. I don't want the revenue split to be confusing. So it's 50%. I don't want, you see what I'm saying? I don't want anything to be hidden. It's all out there in the open. There's no data mining. We're not going to be trying to steal your info. We're not, look, do you think I got time or know how to do that shit? I ain't got time for that. I'm too busy looking for people to promote. Okay, I'm too busy running shows, producing shows in the backstage, whatever. I don't got time. Okay, I don't got time to do stuff I want to do. You know, I'm out here all day. People will see me out here first thing in the morning, 7 o'clock. People see me out here at 2 o'clock in the morning. I ain't been to bed. I'm gonna get that little bit of sleep. I'm gonna be right back up 6, 7 o'clock because that's just the house schedule. The kids get up, they go to school. Pops gets up. You know, I get out here if there's stuff to address or I got a morning show or whatever, then I go to work. I don't, you know.
Yep.
It's what we do.
I absolutely get it. I know all about that. My sleeping in is 6 hours of sleep.
Yeah.
Whatever time I go to bed, I'm getting up 6 hours later. That's my sleeping in. So if I go to bed at 2 o'clock in the morning, which we'll see how this conversation's go. I don't want it to be a 2 o'clock morning, but we've done a few of those in the back room. But yeah, it's you know, you wake up. This is what you do. You work. You're constantly busy doing stuff like this. Before we keep going, we are going to have to say good night, sleep tight, and don't let the bed bugs fucking bite to Richard. Because he
turns into a pumpkin.
Family, and he's
this is actually a project that is still a little bit. We're gonna see if everything comes together at the 11th hour here. We've got just a very small project, but something that's running, and I need to actually be mentally useful first thing in the morning, very early tomorrow morning. So. It's nothing. It's a new thing. Don't worry about it. It's just a small little project. What projects
are you doing? How far behind you people am I?
Very.
I'm like, hey, surround yourself by people that make you feel.
Man, this isn't even the other project that I'm thinking about starting. No.
Jesus.
No, hopefully everything will get caught up.
I need to step the fuck up, dude. I need to step it the fuck up. That's what I'm realizing.
Yeah, I expect. I expect for the second EP for Tempered Records. I expect
that's going to be a thing. I actually
from you.
I used to keep a bunch of guitar picks in the wallet, and I couldn't find them because they all got dumped out from an old wallet. So I got brand new guitar picks here, and I got the guitar out over here, and I just need to brush up on that and get the old voice to do the things it used to do. I've actually been practicing lately because of that.
Now, see, you're taking me back to the nickname now.
There you go. Well, before I
gotta tell you, Pops came from my son and his friends. They call me Pops. Van Sant came from a special lady out in Arizona who used to hear me sing karaoke. And you can imagine what I was singing if she was calling me Van Sant.
That's
give me 3 steps, baby. You know. Look, simple man. Look, if you can Tuesdays gone with the wind, baby. If you can do that, you.
That's such a good. Okay, before we get there, because God, dude, I could talk Skinnerd for hours, man.
All right. I'm gonna do a quick outro show. Anvilmagazine.com. There are subscriptions up there. Let me drop it. It's in. There we go.
Why do people never do that? It's not fucking hard.
Because it's fun to make.
2024 subscriptions for Anvil Magazine. Issue number 3 is pre-ordering right now. If you just want to pre-order that, there is also First Strike, the Iron Age. This one's kind of a metal hard rock EP. It's gonna be amazing. If you want to listen to the lead single, it's up on my channel now. Oh, you don't have to do it right now if you don't want to. Also,
do it right now.
Yes, I'm going to be doing some stickers and bookmarks and some other stuff depending on how quickly I can get these things in, next week for special sales, as far as like, Black Friday to Cyber Monday, there'll be a little window of time where I'm going to get some more stuff. I've already got a ton of these stickers. They're very cool. And, there we go. So,
oh, God. Oh, crap. Damn it.
there we go.
I didn't know
Anyway,
you wanted a solo layout. Do it again. Do it again.
there we go. So
We're doing it live, Richard. We're doing it live.
Nice brushed.
There you go.
Some
There you
goodies, some bookmarks,
I just
some special,
dropped that,
maybe some special deals on issue number 1. We'll see.
I just dropped that link that you had in the private chat in the Madness comic, in the comic related Madness on Facebook. We don't drop that much music over there, but we like to. Okay.
You'll love this. Heavily, he's still in chat. I see him. He rocked it, man. And everything else on that is amazing. The collaboration is gelling together. I can we're so close, but
God,
I'm
so
also, it's
pissed off
also
that I
right on
forgot
that edge where I'm about to start having to like not just herd the cats, but start actually like striking them if they don't get it in gear. So,
dude, you got a bunch of musicians together and asked them to get shit out on time. You have no fucking idea. You have no fucking clue, Richard.
Yeah, okay. Artists and authors, man, talk about mostly introverts. You start talking to them, they're happy. We're gonna have a 1 hour meeting. Okay, I guess we can make it that long. Musicians, you start them talking, for Christ's sake. It's like 2 hours later. I'm like, I don't have time for any more time for this. We didn't even talk about the
And how much did you get done in those 2 hours? And how much did you get done? Not a fucking thing.
Like about 10 minutes. About 10 minutes. I love you guys. I love you. Jake, JVP, Evely, AC, Chill Kid. You guys are awesome. I love you very much, but you guys are a bunch of cats. So
I love watching Richard realize what musicians are like right now. They are a
translation.
Tomorrow.
The translation is, I love you guys, but shut the fuck up.
I worked in radio before I did.
You get it. You know why I'm like me on this fucking show. Because I'm a fucking
radio
musician.
Before I ever came out on doing before I ever started doing comics, I worked in radio.
Oh, shit.
I never thought there was anything more cutthroat than the music business until I started doing comics, bro.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, guys. Well, I'm going to call it a night. Thank you, Pops. Man, I am really looking forward to your project. I am going to have an article up about it. We're going to do something to make sure everybody knows about it. So
yeah, we're saying,
drop your stuff in our group, man. Join the madness on Facebook.
I am terrible. I like never go on Facebook, but I will. I will get on Facebook and I'll head over there.
This ain't going. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna talk with you, Pops, about something too. It's a
good night, folks.
Good
night, Richard.
We're gonna say good night to Richard. We're also gonna play First Strike.
Yes.
Off the EP.
Do it.
I'm gonna do the away thing again while the song plays. It's fucking
all right. You're unsupervised. Hope everything goes well. You got 5 minutes, Royce. I'm out of here.
Y'all know what I'm gonna do.
Ladies and gentlemen, this ad break is brought to you by Anvil Magazine. This is First Strike, powered by Evely Music. And you guys are gonna fucking love it because I already listened to it today. It's pretty fucking cool. Let's go. Twin guitar harmonics. I love it.
That fucking rock, dude.
Oh yeah. Yeah. No, Evely music is fucking awesome. Yeah.
I don't have enough room right here to hair whip, but at least I got the head bag.
I saw.
Yo.
No, dude, I would. Yeah.
Hey, I don't hold the lighter up to too many people. All right, you know.
Yeah, that I was. Yeah, it's fucking awesome. Absolutely fucking.
Evely is fantastic.
Oh, dude, he's just a good dude overall. Like he shills my chin better than I do.
He shows a lot of things better than the rest of us.
It's
no, I did drop the link to my YouTube channel in your private chat.
Sweet.
Because that way people can go over there. You look at my YouTube channel and you'll see 40 different playlists, and you'll see all the different people that are represented that are already going to Roku with us. You know, it's a great group of people, man. The thing I love the most about this, like the other day, Doc was like, "Hey, everybody!" He hit our group chat for the people who run shows in the network, and he's like, "Man, my co-host can't be here. Somebody come out and help me out." 4 different people popped into his stream to help him out, right? It's like that's the kind of a camaraderie we have. You know, earlier tonight I had Luke. I didn't want to go out there by myself with Luke and Joe, so I asked Doc, "Hey man, you want to come out and join me as co-host?" He come out. We all pick each other up. Okay, if one of us can't do a show, somebody else pops in, takes it, handles it. You know, I've done Doc's show for him a few times when he couldn't be there. We all got each other's back. It's a great group to be part of. You know, I mean, I can't say anything more about the people running shows on the network. They're all awesome. You know,
that's fucking great, dude. I'm really excited about this, and let's get to some of the questions, because I know it's been eating at you, because you're like, Royce, why don't you read the questions during the show?
No, it's okay.
And the answer is I fucking suck
hopefully
at
I
this.
might have already answered some of them.
I think you did. Well, so the first one here, and like I said, I don't just grab the super chats. I do grab questions that come in as well. I mean, if the show got so big that the chat was just, you know, like okay, there's a point where I can't grab, you know, all the questions, but I'm not there yet, and that's the glory of being a small channel right now. But Garham, he's got a couple of things that he wanted to say in the chat real quick. But Garham said, will the Roku channel allow for live interaction? That's not how Roku works.
It's like Netflix. It's just like going to watch a show.
It's like going to Netflix, but again, so for instance, this would be something like if you guys went over to Roku and you watched the channel a bunch, and we got those Roku ads right out of the way, and then we got the other ads out of the way, like it's funded by ad revenue. So it's not necessarily funded, but if you guys missed the live show here on Friday nights, you go over to Roku, watch it. You're gonna get a couple of ad breaks, and it gives like creators like us the option to, I don't know, is there John A. Douglas? John A. Douglas just released a book. Did you guys hear about that? It's not fake, guys, but he's got this fantastic trailer. We could drop his trailer for his book that he just released, you know, at a break point for the show, right? We could do these things. We could have those options. So you guys go, you put it on your TV, you buy the little stick that you plug into the back of your HDMI in the back of your monitor, and you can watch it like you would traditional television, right? And you're going to get a couple of ads there, but the other side of that is that it is a place for us to go. It is a place for us to gather. So
untapped audience, guys. Untapped audience of millions of viewers.
Well, potentially, but here's the other side of it. It's a way to bring the already tapped audience that's on YouTube, that recognizes that people could get kicked off YouTube right now, and they could go over to the Roku and not have to worry about any of that, right?
True.
And you won't worry about YouTube chopping it up and playing ads every 8 minutes of crap you don't want to see.
Exactly.
Yeah, that too.
Exactly. We can play. I mean, this show goes. Can go. This show. I would love to say it's usually around. That's a fucking lie. This show does whatever it wants to do. This show has been an hour and a half before, and we've bounced. This show has been 4 hours. We almost went 4.5 hours. We had Who was that we did the almost for? Was that the Rippaverse crew or was that no? It was no. Who was it that we just recently did? Oh no, we had the Saskas on. It was Carol. No, it wasn't. Who was it?
I don't remember.
We've
too many shows so far.
Too many shows. But
The
anyway,
longest show you can't
but
remember.
every half hour we could break it up. You know, we hit the half hour point, we plop it.
Well, I have an excuse. I'm usually drunk as shit by the end of the show.
I know, dude. You're still a full hand above the chair.
Well, headbanging wakes you up.
Dude, I can't headbang. I get the biggest fucking headache from it. I can't. I've tried in the past. It doesn't. Me and headbang. But RH Snow. RH Snow. Hail RH Snow. So like
Hello,
RH Snow,
Queen.
we could plop a Watcher of the Damned trailer ad on Roku. Bam, for RH Snow. She says, hey, hey, I'd like to put this in your ad library for, a few months. And she could tell us about it. Hey guys, I put it in the ad library or whatever. And then we can go and we could run RH Snow ads.
Yep.
In the show for, I don't know what the price is going to be. That's a thing that you and the creators have. I'm not even going to pretend.
No, that's the beauty of it. This is on you as a showrunner. Okay. You look in our ad library and you go, I do want to promote a couple people during my show. So I'm going to go look in the ad library. Okay. And then you see RH Snow and you go, that's one of my people. I'm going to play that ad. It's not about her or you making money.
No.
It's
But I'm
about
saying
exposure, right?
Right.
You get to choose who you want to promote out of the ad library.
Oh no, I was saying, but like for her to have her ad in your ad library, I don't know if there's
it's like really cheap.
Okay, but that's what I'm saying. But that's between you and her to talk about how much she's going to pay, how long it's going to be in the ad library, and all that, right?
That's actually the way the campaign is. It's broken down into 6 tiers for ads. Okay, like a 1 month tier is like $20. Okay, we'll play your ad, and we guarantee at least 3 times a day, because with all the shows we have and all the people who promote each other, I'm not worried that everybody's ad ain't gonna get played 3 times a day. We got 40 shows a week, right? And if we're talking about uploaded content as well, that's not even going to be an issue. We got 2,600 videos just on my YouTube channel now, not counting new additional shows that will be coming in. So, we have a ton of content if we get to that first stretch goal that we can drop on day one. And that makes the shows far outweigh the ad library. You see
so
what
the
I'm
shows,
saying? Far outweigh the ad library. And then you pretty much guarantee your ad's going to get seen plenty,
Right.
And,
I would say this, if it's going to be this synergy between...
We will play it right. Okay,
and
we'll play it right.
I hate to say this, but to get the synergy between the indies that are wanting their ads to get seen and the showrunner, it's like, hey, pick at least one ad to run in your show from our ad, like almost like a requirement type thing. If you don't have somebody that you want, we'll toss somebody in there for you type situation.
Well, the way this has been built pretty much is all people that get it.
Yes.
They all promote each other. So the ones that are already here, that's not even an issue.
Yeah. Okay. Because I would go immediately and I would talk with Richard and Daniel if we did it, and I'd be like, hey, what are the 3? Because we've got 50 fucking episodes of Iron Age Knights.
Yeah.
Almost 60 now.
Yeah, fuck, I know. Almost 60 now. Yeah, shit. But
this is the great thing about it. You get to choose. You get to go in the ad library and say, I want to play that one, and that one. And we tell Max, you're playing this one at the 30-minute mark and these 2 at the end of the show. Or however you want to do it.
Yeah, one to mark the kind of like the halfway of the conversation, one to mark the opening of the super chats, and one to mark the end of the fucking show, and then bam, outro music plays, and we're fucking
however you want to set it up. That's one thing me and Max talked about. We want to make this showrunner friendly, so we want to give you guys what you want. We want to set it up the way you want it to be set up, the way YouTube should do you. But see, they don't take care of you guys as showrunners. They take care of the people that pay for the ads. They take care of those.
And there needs to be a synergy between the people paying for the ads and the showrunners. And there's that, and that there's got to be that synergy. I like that.
You can be guaranteed if I see somebody's ads not getting played, I'll play it on my freaking shows.
Right.
I'll make sure it gets played. Nobody's going to get left out of this. Okay. Anybody that signs on, especially here at the beginning, that gets in ground floor, I ain't going to forget you, man. I'm going to take care of you people. The people that helped me build this thing, I'm going to take care of you. You can count on that. You know, you just make an ad and send it to me, and I'll start playing it on our shows now. I do that now for people. I mean, it's like, and it don't cost anything. But now I'm also going to ask you when the campaign launches for you to back at one of the sponsor campaign or ad tiers so that, you know,
to get it on the Roku side of things, which is fair.
I got nothing against bringing people out who commit to me now. If you commit and say, yeah, I'm going to be part of this, I'll start playing your shows on the network now. I don't care. You know,
I didn't grab a beer when I was away for 5 minutes.
Play your
I went to go say hello to my wife for a second because, you know, and I didn't grab a beer. Then I'm out of beer.
You better go get a beer. I still got
here. All right, I'm gonna do this thing. Check this out.
I just reloaded.
Ads, I prefer 30 seconds, but they can be, I'm gonna say up to a minute, but the minute ones will cost a little more. But I also understand how hard it is to get everything you're trying to say into a 30-second ad.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I get it.
Dude, I have a hard time saying the shit I want to say in a 2-hour live stream.
I'm telling you, dude. Look, every show I went on promoting the network, I got off the show going, I didn't get to talk about this. I didn't get to talk about this. I didn't get to talk about this because there were so many moving parts.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there's three different spears on this trident. There's something that's directed at you guys, showrunners. Mm-hmm. There's something that's directed at R.A. Snow, somebody who wants to get their ads seen on different shows. Yep. And there was a bunch of stuff that was directed at the fans. If you just want to help us build this, back at this tier and we'll give you this. We had original art, we had comics, PDFs, all kinds of stuff, right? The problem was there was never a show that lasted long enough for me to actually thoroughly cover all three tiers of the spear. You know what I'm saying? It's like there was 4 different showrunner tiers. There was 6 different ad runner tiers. And then there was like 30 different freaking fan stuff. There was so much fan stuff too, right? But I could never get all of it covered in a show because there was so much.
Yeah.
I'm hoping this time people will be up on it ahead of time. We'll get all those people back involved that jumped on on the first campaign. We'll get all of those and maybe some more new people that'll understand what we're doing because I'll get to go on some more shows like yours. And thank you so much, guys, for having me out. I mean that.
I'm going to reach out to who I can.
I am freaking excited.
I'm going to reach out to who I can. This is, and again, it's a gamble because not everybody knows Roku.
Okay,
but
let me tell you what the gamble is, though. To get your show on our network, $25. To get your show on our network for the whole year, $25. We make that stretch goal where we can pay for that server, then we will also offer you the ability to upload previous content. That might cost a little more because Max has to actually work then. I'm not letting Max do this for free. Okay. He tried to do that. He really tried. He was like, dude, I'll just build it. I was like, no, you won't just build it.
No, he's going to get paid, especially if you do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's that simple, guys. $25 and your show can be on Roku. Starting fresh the day we start and going forward. If we get to that point, we can upload the previous content. Then you'll be able to upload 50
let's do something real. Let's take a journey, gentlemen. You want to take a journey real quick? We want to take a journey.
Show us Roku? Yes.
No. We're not going to show you Roku. We're going to go to Amazon real quick, right? Maybe not Amazon because that's showing my fucking. That's showing where I live. I don't want to show where I live.
Yeah. What are you doing here?
Yeah. Let's go. Let's show.
You know,
let's go to Walmart, and Walmart's going to be like, "Hey, you live here? Fuck off, Walmart." So let's go over here. Let's go to Walmart because this is where I go and I buy all my Roku stuff. And let's show people what we're talking about for those that don't know. It's got a lot less to Tim Allen in the chat. It's a lot less to do with doxing myself and more to do with preventing somebody from getting shot.
It's like
Because of a crazy, I have 4 children in my house, and there's a reason I have German Shepherds. They're very, very good alarm bells. But anyway,
I've promoted a lot of people, and a lot of people have sent me stuff. Everybody knows where I live already. There ain't
So let's go over here. So let's go over Walmart.com. Here's Roku, guys. You buy a fucking stick. You can plug it into stuff. Comes with a remote. There's a stick. Look at that. $28 to buy a Roku device, guys. Look at this.
Hold up now. Let me tell you the cool part about this. We actually had a Roku stick tier on the campaign. So if you didn't have a Roku stick, you could get it on the campaign. And not only that, but it would come with this cool sticker. Hold on.
So, and then let's go up here. And then I'll show Roku TVs real quick. Bam, look, you can go buy Roku TVs right here. Bam. They have the Roku software.
Yep.
You buy Redoubt Productions. You buy a fucking stick, you put it into stuff. Royce 2023.
You see, and you get one of these cute little stickers right on your Roku stick.
That's fucking cool.
Nice. I like that.
What's the Roku channel called? Madness Comic Network, right?
Madness Roku Network. We'll be the Madness Roku Network. We're the Madness Comic Network out of YouTube, right? But when we go to Roku, because I want to expand outside of just comics, I want, like you said, the streams, the wrestling stream, the other stuff that's also pop culture.
Yep.
Okay, I want to expand. We had one guy that bought on to bring his show, a guy out of Arizona called SK Hobbies. And what he does is RC car content. Where they build and race RC cars, dude. Cool. He was bringing his show.
Awesome.
Man,
so,
dude, this is
for the stuff we love, guys. It's for everything. It's for hobbies, for movies, for comics, for the stuff we love, so that they can't take it away from us. They can't ruin it no more. At least we have one place where we can go out and actually be real about it, right? And do our thing. You know, Roku's our spot.
And here's the thing: is I already know how Roku works because again, those are the only TVs that I buy. Because they don't listen to me. Anyway, okay, let me get to this chat real quick. Does Roku TVs watch me and make snark fed posts about me? No, not to the best of my knowledge. Roku's actually one of the few that doesn't do that.
Correct.
It's why I won't buy an Amazon TV. It's why I will only, personally in my household, I only buy Roku TVs because they don't do any of that. They don't have voice activation. They're not listening into your household. It's just a TV with some software on it that you can get apps, right? You can get.
That's also why they're somewhat cheaper than the more mainstream stuff.
Yes.
Because they don't have those embedded technologies put in them.
Exactly. And so... So for those of you who don't know, so I mean, a lot of people may or may not have their problems with it, but I've watched Glenn Beck for years. A lot of people, oh, Glenn Beck, shut the fuck up. But when he was building his Blaze network, right? And I believe it was DirecTV or one of them fucking satellite channels booted his channel off the network because he was controversial, right? So Blaze TV didn't get canceled off of YouTube. They got canceled off of a fucking satellite television fucking network, right? They were not allowed on. They went over to Roku, and Roku was like, yeah, we'll have you on, whatever. Who gives a shit? Yeah. And they started promoting the Roku stuff. And they were like, look, you can buy a TV, you can buy a box, you can buy a stick that plugs in. Bam. It's there.
Yeah, you can buy a stick to put in things.
Yeah, you buy a fucking stick, you put it into fucking things. That's what you take that stick, put it into things. Anyway, but guess what? You also have the Roku thing. So let's say this, guys. Let's say
we love RH Snow.
No, RH Snow is awesome.
She said, I will not allow Alexia or TikTok or any new TVs. And I'm like, smart.
Yeah. And so no, I won't have an Alexa or anything. So the Roku stuff is nice because you can get a TV like I have. I have 2 TVs. And you can go, well, shit, I want to watch YouTube on my TV. Guess what? You can literally just download the app that's already there. You can, well, I want to watch, and guess what? I think Rumble's getting one now. So if you're more of a Rumble person, bam, it's on the Roku software already. Oh, there's this other thing. You can get all of your major stuff that you want to watch over there in an app like Crunchyroll. Crunchyroll is already over there. You can go watch just, again, like I already said, Blaze TV. There's
Tubi,
tons of
Pluto, there's a
yeah,
bunch
Pluto, a lot of these places, right? You can get, again, Netflix is over there. So all of the major apps, he is talking about basically having like a Netflix, but just on your TV, but for the shit that we care about.
Yeah. Yeah.
That, like, what we want to see.
For the things we love, guys. The things we love. This and that's exactly how I titled it on the Kickstarter campaign, was for all the things we love, because I wanted everybody to understand that we're evolving beyond the comics. Not that we're leaving them out, because God help me, that's where my love comes from for all this. Okay, I'm not an MCU guy. I'm not a DCU guy. I'm not an animation guy. I'm not any. I came out of comic books. Okay, the actual printed shit you hold in your hand. All right, that's where my love comes from. Okay, some of these people that have been doing this for years, okay, like Mike Barron and whatnot, these guys have given me a lifetime of entertainment. A lifetime. Do y'all put a value on that? Do you ever stop and think about the value of some of the stuff you love that other people have provided for you?
Mm-hmm.
I'm an author. I think about that all the time.
See what I'm saying? I think about it too, because these guys gave me a lifetime.
So
Mike Barron's still doing it. Okay.
Let me.
There's also all these new people that are going to do it for my son and my grandkids.
So let me put it to you this way, Pops. I've done it. This is what I say every week, right? And if you watch and if you don't watch the show, that's fine. I don't, but I tell people all the time, you come to my channel and you dedicate some time to me and leave a comment. I do a live stream every Sunday where I go and I read your comments and I talk with you guys, because if you're going to dedicate time to me, I'm going to dedicate it right back. And I say that very intentionally, because I came to the conclusion, there's kind of a paradox we live in. Time is the only thing we actually own in this world that can't really be taken from us. It really can't. I mean, don't get me wrong. Yeah, somebody could capture you, take you somewhere. Yeah, they could take your life, they could take your experiences, but I mean, unless somebody drops you dead, time is really the one thing that you have control over in this life. It's the one commodity, and it is also the one commodity that ages as fast as you do. So you only have so much of it, but you can do with it whatever you want, damn near. Again, barring certain circumstances. And I realize that. And so when you say, do you ever think about what those people did for you? The hours upon hours upon hours of entertainment that they gave, the ability for me to imagine something else, the ability for me to think of other things. Yeah, I do. Because I have reflected on what time is in like way bigger ways than a fucking construction worker from Colorado has any right to think about. And I've thought about it deeply.
Dude, and see, it was something I thought about. Like I said, when Emerald City went down and the whole thing fell apart, it was like all I could think about was my friends. What are they going to do? I wasn't an artist or a comic guy. I didn't have no skin in the game. Okay, but I had time. I had time and I had a platform. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to help people. It's funny because my grandson really put it into perspective for me one day, because he asked me what I do when I first started doing Crom. I was probably like CromCon 3 or 4. And he's like, Grandpa, what do you do? And I told him what I was doing. And he's like, oh, so you're a problem solver. Okay, I'll take that. You know, it's like he simplified it. That's really what I was trying to do, was solve a problem for some of my friends who really had a huge freaking problem. You know, they had no income all of a sudden, and they were counting on that summer of income. And they had no income. They actually took a loss. You know, it was crappy. It was a crappy summer. And I did what I could to help people. Well, did I think it was going to turn into me doing CromCon for 3.5 years? No. But I did it for 3.5 years. And the only reason we're not doing it right now is because I'm dedicating my time to building this Roku thing. Okay. And then we may start doing CromCon again. Okay, once we get this Roku thing up and running, but I can't be that divided in my effort and expect any kind of success. So, CromCon was fun. It was great when it was needed. It's not needed right now. It may be a great thing after the Roku thing's up and running to use it to push traffic. Okay, it might be a great thing to use then and use YouTube to push traffic to our Roku by playing all of our Roku ads during CromCon. That would just piss them off, wouldn't it?
Hell yeah.
I don't care. See, I could have monetized the YouTube channel a long time ago, but I can't be responsible for if that guy says something that gets our whole channel shut down. It hurts everybody, right? And if we were monetized, then everybody'd be like, man, I'm out my money. I'm out this, I'm out that. So I never even bothered with it. Okay. That's YouTube monetization. I know it can be taken away just as quickly as they offer it to you. So it ain't nothing I can count on.
Correct.
Okay? Yep. The other thing I can promise you on Roku, guys, and you might like this, you will never be demonetized. If the FCC or the DMCA comes to me and they say, Pops, that freaking show that Royce did last week, man, sorry, bro, you're going to have to take that one down. I'm going to send Royce, I'm going to forward him that email. He's going to know exactly why we have to take down this one episode, but I'm not going to penalize him and demonetize all of the rest of his content or fuck with him in any other way. Why would I do that? Why would I do that?
Yeah. And
Isn't that enough of a penalty? They took down that show and you don't get no ad revenue for that. That's kind of enough of a penalty, isn't it?
Yeah,
True.
and I mean, and when you're, and if you're talking about ball games that big, it's either, okay, well, we have to work with this one creator, we take this one thing down.
Yeah.
That's it. Or we sacrifice everybody else on this small channel. I mean, unless you get to YouTube levels of money, because then at that point you can play ball.
The penalty, like I said, though, it will never be demonetizing all of your content.
Right.
Okay?
It's just that one.
Or the FCC says that episode, that show, you did something bad in that show, and you're going to have to take that down.
Too many gamer words.
That's just it. Roku doesn't have that. And the FCC ain't looking at that like YouTube and Google do.
They're not.
There ain't going to be
really
no
not. It's actually
algorithm
interesting.
that are picking your words out and throwing them back at you. Okay?
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
But,
I'm not building that.
Let's get to some of these other questions really quickly. So RH Snow,
loving that,
Roku TVs watch me, make me. Nope. We already read that one. Tim Allen, can the Roku stick work on a PC? If your computer monitor has an HDMI plug-in in the back of it, you plug it in right there, and then
I'm fairly certain you can get the app without it.
Yeah, I think they have a PC app and they have a mobile app as well.
Yeah. Yep,
so
they do.
I believe they do have the apps as well. And then you
just so you don't even need a stick. Need one of the sticks to put in something.
Fuck off. I love putting sticks in things. Anyway, I have 4 kids. I'm just gonna
keep attacking that one.
I've got 4 kids. Like, let's not even pretend. Garham. This is question. He says, we've been discussing Discovery. What is Discovery like on Roku? Are people going to stumble upon this Roku channel without hearing about it elsewhere? Actually, potentially, yes.
Yeah.
Like, they don't banner shows or networks like they used to. They used to actually banner stuff. Roku, where they would put it up on a banner saying, here's this new show or new network or whatever. They don't do that no more. But look, guys, this is what I do. Yeah. This is what I do. I'm not going to stop doing what I do.
And that's the thing is, anybody else signing up for it, you'd be stupid not to tell people about it and say, go the fuck over here, guys. It's a fucking app. We can figure out, it's an app. It's a stick that you put into things. It's a fucking TV that you can buy. Like, that's just...
Look, the chat is not going to let you forget that, bro.
Dude, the chat has not let me forget fucking anything. Like, I don't have.
It becomes channel lore real easily.
Dude, my hair. Dude, I just want you to know, my hair is some version of a mythological god from fucking centuries ago. Like, it's not even real hair. It is a wig that imparts power onto people. It's fucking insane. Anyway.
Yeah, his wig, my chair. These things are. Yeah, these
There's
things are
goats
all lore
involved
items now.
It's fucking buy the fucking stick and stick it in. Yes, exactly, Tim Allen. Do that.
That's correct.
That's correct. No, it's man, there's a lot here.
Yeah,
And
it's
this
not
is
to unpack, and it really is. That's what I mean. It's really hard to cover in like an hour show, going on somebody's show for an hour and really trying to tell everybody the reasons why, the history that led us here. Really, the history that led us here is just, you know how a snowball rolls downhill and it keeps getting bigger and going faster? And you got this old hippie dude chasing along behind it and grabbing people going, come here, I need your help with this. Come here, I need your help with this. That has been my journey for the last 4 years. I could do none of this shit myself, guys. I can't build a Roku network. We're talking about Max is doing that. Okay. Mm-hmm. I can't do that, man. That's like so far outside of my skill set. You know, I talked on the radio, guys. That's the best thing I ever did. Okay, now I do it on YouTube, right, or whatever. But you know what I mean? It's like this fit me. Okay, I worked for Z-Rock for a while. I was a really good DJ sidekick. Okay, now do you remember back in the day when Mountain Bell and Northwestern Bell, when Bell was the telephone company?
Yeah.
You remember that? You can knock that shit the fuck off.
I'm old. It's fine. Yeah. I remember.
Okay. Now check it out.
I was a kid when they went out. Like I was at my grandmother worked for them.
Hold up. Yeah, I know. My stepdad worked for them for like 50
man.
Jeez. But check it out now. This is hilarious because they call me Pops Van Zant now. They called me Pa Bell on the phones on Z-Rock back in the day, because I answered the phones and I was the guy on the side that always made the shitty jokes on the side when the DJ's talking, right? That was me. I was the sidekick, right? But they called me Pa Bell. That's how long ago I was doing radio.
That's me for Royce. I just make the crackhead comments.
I didn't have internet yet when I was doing radio, dude.
I'm not allowed to do that. Well, I've thought about that too. So God, we can keep going on this for quite a while, but I think a lot. Already seeing people down in the chat that they are definitely fucking interested. And so, guys, here's what you're gonna do for now, and you're gonna be hearing more about this from myself and Daniel. Here's the YouTube channel. Go to Pops' channel. There it is.
Go subscribe, but don't get mad about the amount of notifications you get, because we have shows every day. Multiple shows every day. Okay? Don't get mad. Just go check them out. You're going to like some of them. Some of them you might not like. Some of them you like. It's like any other network. There's going to be stuff you really like, and there's going to be stuff you're like, eh.
Of course.
You know. But we aim to please. We try to give you a wide enough range of stuff that you will find something there that you like and you'll hang out. You know, there's a lot, guys. There really is.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot more conversations on this. Mr. Daniel P. Riley,
what's up?
What you got going on?
All kinds of stuff. I have been working on finalizing the special edition, which will be what'll be offered on the crowdfund campaign when I get it set up over the course of this coming week and get it launched before Black Friday. And the standard black and white. Everything should be in, so all I have to do is the back end and get the campaign loaded. I have been hard at work on this new project, the currently titled The Saints Go Marching In, which is a half comic, half text biographical about Catholic saints. So we're going to try and get the whole run done. Yeah. And other than that, you can find me on Twitter at Mr. DP Riley, or you can always reach out to me at whimsyland.org, where you can find my books and my merch and all the services provided, so Royce can continue to be annoyed when I say I know everybody.
You go over there. Now, I know you guys say you don't Facebook much. I don't Facebook either. on my favorites bar, the link goes directly into my group. I don't look at my news feed. I don't get involved in any of that crap. I go to my group. I see who dropped links there and I share them out.
There you go.
I have a fundamental hatred for Meta because I
got a hatred for all of it, dude.
They attacked my ads on Facebook many, many months ago. And that was the point where I put both middle fingers up and walked away from it completely.
Yeah, I'm so frustrated with them they allow scammers to claim your audio, right?
Yeah,
you have to dispute everyone. I've never lost a dispute, but I do a lot of shows, and that's just
the mere fact that you have
it's freaking annoying.
You know?
Yeah, it's not the same. It's not the same as it used to be. And I honestly, when A Drink with Crazy took off, I actually stopped using Facebook and started using Twitter a lot more because Twitter seemed to be more beneficial at the time. And
I actually have a larger Facebook group than I have Twitter following. But my Facebook group is 4 years old, and I've only been on Twitter for 3, I think, or 2.
Well,
or something.
I have a large Gilded group because that's where I bring people. It's kind of like Discord, but it's a lot less communist, you know. So if you guys
allegedly.
But if you guys are interested in
going
and joining my fantastic community, it has authors, comic book creators, it's got movie creators in it as well,
and me.
It's got meme lords, it's got Daniel, and it's got beta readers. And honestly, it's a community where people are gathering and they are creating and they are developing, and the things happening in there are kind of fucking insane. And if you guys want to be a part of that, go over, click that link, join it up. We had 300 and then somebody left, and now we're at 299 still. So
I joined it when I was talking to you when I first met you. I think I joined up. But I never get any notifications for it or know what to do, or I haven't checked it out much yet.
It's like, just think of it this way. It's just like an old school AOL chat room. Everybody's like, oh, it's new.
Pretty much.
It functions. No. It's the same fucking thing.
It
functions exactly the same way as an AOL chat room. It's you click on the, I want to be in this chat room. Click, bam, you're in that chat room. And like Discord did the same thing, and like, but this is gamers and this is the gamer space. And I look at this and I'm like, it's fucking AOL. That's all you did. Were you not there? They were.
Well, I mean, Gilded literally is named because it was designed for MMORPG guilds.
It's true.
So I dropped the madness, the comic related madness Facebook link in that part.
Yes.
Nice.
Open the link to that tab. I hope that it will let me share it. Yes. So if you guys are on Facebook, go join. That right there.
I gave
Madness Comics Network.
Special. I put something a little bit special in your Twitter inbox there, bud. I want you to check that out later and let me know what you think.
Yeah, I will definitely do that. I will absolutely.
It's a Rumble link. It's a Rumble link.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Yeah, I know it's a hot mic Hedge. That's the fucking God. The Hedge. He's slow. Dude, the Hedge is like 187 years old, and he doesn't know how the internet works.
Yeah, we know.
Here, I'll solve this for you right now. Good night, Hedge.
We know we're still
Hedge.
Now he knows to go to bed.
The Price is Right ended hours ago. You should have been in bed hours ago.
Yeah, now he knows to go to bed so he can get up for his early bird special.
JVP's a little late too, huh?
JVP.
JVP. It's great.
He's a little late.
Oh God. So, ladies and gentlemen, this has been an absolutely awesome show with Pops. Dude, this was better than I thought it was gonna be. Not even gonna lie. Because I was like, how are we gonna do this? And we did it, and it's awesome. But ladies and gentlemen, I want all of you to know, I will see you guys on Sunday. We're gonna do Sunday coffee. I got some spicy comments, and I've got about 5 rants that I need to go on. So as always, until next time, cheers, everybody.
Good night, everybody.